welcome to this new episode of Radio FCCIB. I am Margot Lanoé, the Communications Manager, and today we have the pleasure to welcome Mr. Justin Kim, General Manager at the Merchant House, Bahrain. Justin, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so you know the concept of Radio FCCIB. I will be asking you 3 questions, but first, I will briefly introduce you. So you are a prominent member of the hospitality industry and specialized in hotel management with a strong focus on food and beverage. You graduated from Le Cordon Bleu Australia, and you have now more than 20 years experience in 8 different countries, which is quite impressive. So your previous experience included managing the W properties in Korea, the UAE, and the Maldives, as well as Sheraton in Australia and Thailand, just to name a few. So in April 2018, you became the general manager of the Merchant House Bahrain, which is the first and only, I think, 5-star boutique hotel in the country. So my first question for you today is the following. Can you please tell us about the Merchant House?
Okay, thank you so much for the introduction, Margot. As you mentioned, very well, the Merchant House is the only, one and only 5-star boutique property in Bahrain. Brief history about the hotel. The project has started around 10 years ago when the ownership traveled to Beirut in Lebanon. They stayed one of the beautiful hotel in Lebanon called Le Gray. Yeah, so it is beautiful boutique hotel with a lots of art, nice interior design, very central location in Beirut. And the owners want to have something very special like that, very tastefully designed and lots of cultural connections with the local culture and art scenes. So the idea conceived from like 10 years ago, and then we find out the location here where it will be located, and then project has started converting an old building from 1967. So we kept the lots of structures. So you may have seen our old columns in the lobby. We kept the height of the each floor. So it was extremely challenging, but it came out beautifully. Yeah, so that's how we started. Obviously, the location. We are very central, culturally very central location in next to Bab al Bahrain and next to Souq, just those steps away. That the cultural, the Mecca in Bahrain, that a lot of Bahrainis has nostalgic experience, that they're holding their moms and dad's hands and go for the samosa or fresh juices and next to the Haji cafes and that kind of thing. So obviously we are only the 5-star boutique hotel with the old suite. We have 46 suite, old studio suite equipped with the kitchenettes and ice machines and coffee machines and all that. Yeah, and also we have other amenity or facilities like 5-star hotels. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for this informative answer. Now, can you tell us what makes the Merchant House so special?
Okay, let me start with the first thing as our service. Obviously, it's a boutique property, so our service philosophy or culture is intuitive and personalized. Yeah, smartly attentive. That's our service philosophy. Nowadays, people are very sensitive about human interaction, obviously, due to the COVID. When I say smartly attentive, means that we know the guest preferences or they like their needs and wants, and demand at the same time. So our teams are trained well to comprehend the kind of things from the body language, and then we provide certain things in a timely manner. Obviously, we do have a last minute regulars coming in, so our regulars feel a lot more safer, secure at the Merchant House, and then we do prepare those things in advance. So this number one is service. Number two is our interior design. As you can see, our my back virtual background, we do have a beautiful interior design We do have more than 200 pieces of arts. Yeah, 75 local, 25 international collections. So obviously we've been collecting the art throughout the pre-opening period for 8 years. We do have lots of Bahraini up-and-coming artists and also established artists like Omar al-Rashid, Jamal Abdurrahim, Asha Al-Mu'ed, Nasser Al-Jani. I can go on all the artist names. But also we happen to have a number of internationally well-known arts from the artists like we do have one from Picasso, we have Andy Warhol, we have Damien Hirst, we have like Gauguin, we have Chagall and Matisse. So they're all located in the hidden corner, just everywhere in the public space. So it will be fun to go around. So that's art. Our interior design is filled with natural product, yeah, handmade fabrics, yeah, 100% pure silk, 100% linens, and also lots of the wallpapers. So we try to combine lots of the natural connections to the building, and also lots of the local handcraft potteries. Yeah, everything at the merchant house, including the furniture and fixtures, carpet and rugs, all curated specifically for the merchant house. We do have a beautiful library on the mezzanine floor with 1,000 books, again specifically curated for the merchant house from the Oxford in London. The last thing that the merchant house is so special is the strong connections or engagement with the local talents and the local culture. So as soon as you step in, yeah, not only the location but also lots of things around the hotel, yeah, including our Bahraini team members. We do have lots of the connections with the local art, local culture, local the handcraft, potteries, and we do support the local product like green bar, natural, organic spa product. Yeah, also all those furniture made of the local company. And not to mention about the food, yeah, we do have wonderful Bahraini dishes.
Ah, nice. Thank you for your answer. Now, the last question, which is also very interesting. Can you please tell us 3 initiatives that the Merchant House is now focusing on with the global context?
Okay, the first of all, obviously, is the cleaning and sanitations that all other hotels do. Yeah, so we do have a very thorough, cleaning procedures and sanitation procedures. Every room, we will have a, door knob, yeah, to indicate that the room has been just sanitized, yeah, and nobody has been into that room, so guests can feel they're safe, go in. Yes, that's one thing. But along with this, our cleaning and sanitizing, the procedures, what we've been working very hard on is go greener. Yeah, so number one, I mean, we've been always trying not to use any plastic, so less plastic. We use paper straws from the beginning of the opening. If we need to use plastic, of course, it's from the biodegradable or compostable or the plastic made of the recycled, the materials. Yeah, so every single from the restaurant or room that we have less plastic. And nowadays we also go for the paper free. Yeah, so everything's online with the QR code, your in-room directories, room service menus, or there may be restaurant manager, bar, wine list, everything's on digital. Yeah, so we try not to use lots of the papers. You've seen so much waste during this COVID. It's really sad to see that people really don't pay attention to that area. So we're paying a lot more attention on that. Yeah, so we try to replace these papers to maybe the 100% linens. So of course the initial cost is a lot higher, laundry cost is there, but also we try to have the recycled items than the waste. Yeah. One more thing that when we do the sanitation, we find out the electrolyzer system using the natural salt. Yeah, and then with the chemistry, we can convert this salted water to a natural chlorine. So it's 100% chemical free. So we're using this the rock system. The salt electrolyzed the water system in the kitchen. So we sanitize our vegetables and fruits, and we clean and sanitize our, the kitchen surfaces or equipment. We also use this water for the mist machine. So, sanitize our furniture and luggage and all that. And our swimming pool also uses exactly the same system. So it's chlorine-free, swimming pool. Recently, we are changing our bathroom amenity from the small bottle to a bigger bottle. So obviously the bottle, the container made from the recycled items, obviously we will lose all those small bottles go to the rubbish bins. So these are things that we are focusing. Okay, number one, we are cleaning, deep cleaning, sanitations. But at the same time, we are, acting responsibly about this environment. And I think that, everyone's responsibility to protect this beautiful island, Bahrain.
Well, thank you so much for this answer. It's very interesting. And now, just before we conclude, would you like to add just one last word to the viewers?
Okay, the beautiful rooftop terrace is open now. So as soon as, the government announced about the opening, please come and join us. Obviously, with the, social distancing and restrictions, but you can see from my backdrop, it is a beautiful day with the blue sky. I mean, the actual, the scene is much better than the photo. So we are ready to welcome. So thank you so much, Margot, for the opportunity.
Well, it's great to know. Thank you so much for your time, and thanks everyone for watching this interview. See you in the next episode of Radio FCCIB.
Merci.